I'm Kamal Santamaria here in Doha with the world news from Al Jazeera. Honduran soldiers have detained the president of the country ahead of a constitutional referendum, which the Supreme Court opposed. Troops took Manuel Zelaya from his residence to an unknown location. The other headlines: 8 British embassy staff have been detained by Iranian authorities during the post-election violence there. Britain is now calling for their immediate release. Jonah Hull has more from London.
Officials at the British Foreign Ministry here behind me try to decide what action they might be prepared to take going forward. It's clear a line has been crossed here that the British government can't afford to ignore. The worry will be trying to avoid playing into the hands of the Iranian authorities and the perception being created in Tehran that the country is somehow under external threat. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, London.
The United Nations has begun hearing witness accounts as it investigates human rights violations during the war on Gaza. Shireen Tadros is there.
Now, Justice Richard Goldstone, who leads the panel, has been very clear in saying that this isn't about finding legal recourse, it's not about compensation. This is about giving a chance to the witnesses and the victims to tell their stories. It's about broadcasting their voices and showing their faces. Here on the ground, people are always very skeptical of these kinds of hearings and of these kinds of approaches by the human rights organizations to try and find the truth. They've seen many reports come and go with no actual responsibility being taken by Israel.
And in Iraq, a new force called the Daughters of Iraq is being set up to prevent female suicide attacks. Most of them are widows and only make $200 a month. As the rising cost of fuel drives people to find new sustainable sources of energy, one town in rural South Africa thinks the flightless ostrich might not be as useless as it first appears. The giant bird is now the latest source of environmentally friendly biodiesel. Private businesses are using it to run their tractors. And art installations in London aren't unusual, but this latest one is striking a very different note. Pianos have been placed around the city, giving passers-by a chance to perform spontaneously. Just some of the headlines here on Al Jazeera. The latest on all those and plenty more is at aljazeera.net/English.